In a bold move that has fans buzzing with anticipation, the Green Bay Packers traded up to select Missouri defensive tackle Chris McClellan at the number 77 spot during the draft. This decision has been met with skepticism from analysts who deemed it a reach, questioning why the Packers overlooked more prominent prospects. But here's the real question. Has Green Bay unearthed a gem in McClellan? As we dive deeper, we need to ask where you're watching from and what you think about this pick. Leave your opinions below. As the Packers moved from number 84 to snag McClellan, reactions were mixed. Many draft boards had him ranked lower than players like Iowa State's Dominique Orange, leading to the classic draft day bewilderment. But inside Lambeau Field, the sentiment was entirely different. The Packers front office had a higher grade on McClellan, and early signs suggest they were spot on. Defensive line coach Vince Agabes has showered praise on the rookie's rapid adaptation, noting that McClellan has picked up techniques and schemes faster than expected. That's not the typical commendation you hear for a mid-round draft pick. It's the kind of acknowledgement reserved for players who seem poised to make an immediate impact. So why the confidence in McClellan? The answer lies in his on-field performance, which has proven to be more impressive than many realized. At 6'4" and 313 pounds, he brings a mix of size and agility that has been sorely needed in the middle of the Packers' defensive line. He has the bulk to stand strong against the run while maintaining the quickness necessary for passing scenarios. This dual-threat capability allows Green Bay to have the much-needed flexibility that has been lacking over the past few seasons. With the defensive front undergoing significant changes, the Packers desperately need a stabilizing force in the interior. McClellan's skill set positions him perfectly to step into the starting nose tackle role sooner rather than later. Coaches are already impressed with his ability to process information quickly, something that often poses a significant challenge for rookie defensive linemen. If he continues on his current path, McClellan won't just be another player in the rotation. He could evolve into a foundational piece of the defensive line. Drafting is as much about projection as it is about consensus rankings. The Packers have put their faith in their evaluations, their scouts, and their judgment of McClellan's character and potential. Just days into rookie minicamp, the early signs suggest that he's ready to validate that trust. The skepticism surrounding his selection is beginning to dissipate, and excitement is brewing among the fan base. This gamble is shaping up to be one of the most astute moves of Green Bay's draft. Chris McClellan may not have been the household name we were all looking for on draft night, but he's quickly emerging as one of the most captivating rookies in the Packers' 2026 class. If his early performances are any indication, fans might soon reflect on this draft choice as a pivotal moment in securing a long-term difference maker for the team's defensive line. As we transition to our next news item, the focus shifts from McClellan's promising start to the broader implications for the Packers roster and what lies ahead in the upcoming season. Stay tuned as we unpack what's next for Green Bay.
As we dive deeper into the Green Bay Packers roster, the running back position emerges as one of the most captivating areas of intrigue following free agency and the NFL draft. With the prospect of a major overhaul looming in the next few seasons, fans are left wondering how this will all play out. So, where are you watching from? Let us know and share your thoughts on the running back situation. Currently, the Packers find themselves in a precarious position at running back. The decision to not tender Emanuel Wilson, who had been the primary backup for the last couple of years, has set the tone for a rather thinned depth chart. Surprisingly, the front office hasn't made significant moves to bolster this crucial position. While Green Bay has retained Chris Brooks, known for his pass protection skills, and signed practice squad players Pierre Strong Jr. and Damian Martinez to futures contracts, the lack of draft investments in this area raises eyebrows. The absence of a running back selection during the draft indicated a troubling confidence level in the existing roster. Now, as we look ahead to OTAs, the pressure intensifies on MarShawn Lloyd, who seems to be the key player in this equation. With starting running back Josh Jacobs battling lingering injuries from last season, the situation is precarious. Brooks may excel in specific roles, but he hasn't proven himself as a workhorse back capable of handling a heavy workload. On the other hand, the other names in the mix, Nixon, Martinez, and Strong Jr., remain largely unproven, making them essentially question marks for the upcoming season. If history repeats itself and injuries rear their ugly heads, the running back position could quickly become a glaring weakness for this team. This is particularly concerning given head coach Matt LaFleur's offensive philosophy, which heavily leans on establishing the run game, regardless of how quarterback Jordan Love is faring. The potential need to bring in a more experienced option as the season progresses cannot be underestimated, especially if the front office hopes to keep pace with the league's competitive nature. The stakes are high, and the pressure to find a reliable answer in the backfield is palpable. MarShawn Lloyd's situation is particularly complicated. Drafted in the third round out of USC in 2024, he was hailed by analysts as the best running back in his class. However, his journey has been marred by injuries, limiting him to just one regular season appearance so far. The team's decision to send him to the Badger Athletic Performance Center in Madison last season in hopes of addressing his soft tissue issues was a calculated risk that hasn't yet paid off. While players like Christian Watson have benefited from the program, Lloyd's ongoing battle with hamstring setbacks raises serious concerns about his ability to contribute consistently. Assuming he can navigate through this offseason without further complications, Lloyd stands on the precipice of a tremendous opportunity. In the limited glimpses we've seen of him during practices and preseason, he has shown flashes of brilliance, reminiscent of what a starting NFL back should be. If he can finally find his rhythm and avoid the injury bug, Lloyd could not only solidify himself within the Packers' plans but also create a dynamic 1-2 punch alongside Jacobs in the upcoming seasons. However, it's crucial to recognize that Lloyd's future is a gamble, a classic boom or bust scenario. Looking ahead, the Packers may face a pivotal decision regarding Jacobs, who has 2 years remaining on his contract. With an impending cap hit of nearly $17 million in 2027, the reality of him becoming a cap casualty isn't out of the realm of possibility, especially if Lloyd can emerge as a reliable option. Jacobs has undeniably made a significant impact since arriving in Green Bay as a transitional figure following Aaron Jones's tenure. However, with age and wear taking their toll, coupled with a plummeting dead cap figure, the organization may need to make some tough choices sooner rather than later. After the departure of Wilson to Seattle, the running back hierarchy in Green Bay may appear set, but the reality is far more fluid. The entire group's success hinges on MarShawn Lloyd's health and performance. The uncertainties surrounding Brooks, Martinez, Nixon, and Strong Jr. suggest that the Packers may need to be proactive in seeking out reliable talent. For the sake of this franchise and its fans, 2 outcomes are crucial. First, a healthy and productive season from Josh Jacobs, allowing him to regain his efficiency from 2024, and second, a breakout season from MarShawn Lloyd that could change the narrative for the Packers' backfield. As we continue to dissect the roster, the importance of the running back position cannot be overstated, and the outcomes of these players will significantly shape the team's future. Now, let's shift our focus to the next vital topic regarding the Green Bay Packers. As we delve deeper into the evolving narrative around the Green Bay Packers, let's zero in on a pivotal player for the upcoming seasons, Matthew Golden. This is a player who could very well define the future of the Packers' receiving core. The team used a first-round pick on a wide receiver for the first time in over 20 years last season, signaling a strategic pivot to address a vacancy that has loomed since the departure of Davante Adams to the Raiders following the 2021 season. Now, as we look to 2026, the spotlight is firmly on Golden, who must step up and fill that void. Golden's rookie season was a mixed bag. He participated in 14 games, grappling with injuries that sidelined him for 3 contests. In those appearances, he managed 29 receptions for 361 yards, with his shining moment coming in a playoff game against Chicago, where he recorded 4 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. It was a taste of the potential that made him a first-round selection, yet the inconsistency and rookie mistakes were apparent. While he exhibited good hands, only registering 1 drop throughout the season, he failed to assert himself as a reliable starter. The challenge now is for him to harness that potential and leverage it into a pivotal role within the team. General Manager Brian Gutekunst has expressed optimism about Golden's development, citing that, "With all the opportunities we gave him, I thought he did an excellent job." His sentiment reflects a belief that the rookie has the tools necessary to succeed, but also hints at the need for more consistent opportunities and performances. With the Packers making significant changes to their receiving room this offseason, the front office clearly demonstrates their confidence in Golden moving forward. The departure of Romeo Dew, who led the team in receptions last season before signing with the New England Patriots, and the trade of Dontavian Wicks to the Philadelphia Eagles have reshaped the receiver landscape in Green Bay. With Jaden Reed receiving a contract extension that will secure his spot in Green Bay past 2026, the Packers are now looking towards Golden and Christian Watson to anchor the outside, while Reed operates effectively in the slot. This restructuring places added pressure on Golden to step into a prominent role, as he is now viewed as a key component of the team's offensive strategy. As training camp approaches, passing game coordinator Jason Vrabel is optimistic about Golden's potential, stating, "He's always been able to catch the ball and run through the football, and that's what great receivers do." However, the mental aspect of the game remains crucial for Golden. Knowing the playbook inside and out, understanding route conversions, and timing with the quarterback will be essential for him to play with confidence and speed. The notion of being fired up is one thing. Translating that energy into on-field performance is the real test. Golden's challenge is clear. He must capitalize on the opportunities laid before him. The Packers have made it abundantly clear that they are banking on him to rise to the occasion and assume a starting role. This is a defining moment, not just for his career, but for the trajectory of the Packers' offense. The potential is there, but potential needs to be realized to truly make an impact in the NFL. As we wrap up the segment, it's crucial for fans to engage with us. Where are you watching from, and what are your thoughts on Matthew Golden's chances of stepping up this season? Do you think he has what it takes to become that go-to receiver? Leave your opinions in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on all things Green Bay Packers, make sure to subscribe and join us as we continue to follow this exciting journey.